lying down on your back. Pull your knees to, they're giving, oh, Joelle's coming, yay. Pull your knees in. And start to circle your knees. And then go the other direction. Kind of like the road not taken. My sister went to the doctor yesterday and they gave her steroids and medicine and she doesn't feel any better. So it makes me feel a little better about not going to the doctor, which I probably won't do. I can't imagine I do. Pull your right knee and send your left leg up and start to flex and point. I mean, I hope I don't have to. Took me a while to get there. And then hold that flexion and really feel the stretch along the back of the leg and the tone in the front. Circle the leg with the foot facing the sky. And go the other way. Hold it steady in the center and then send the leg to the ground. Let it get all earthy. As you softly draw your right knee in close, start to circle that toward the chest. Go the other way. Opening the leg to the right, take your time. It may be a little bit stiff there. With your left hand, smooth down your torso, your hip flexors, and anywhere else where you feel called to rub. You may feel like digging your fingers into the tummy, breaking up any kind of stuck feeling there, kind of sliding across the belly button and dragging them back. That's the action, sliding toward and dragging back, moving lymph. Maybe some visceral fat, breaking up any scar tissue that might be there. Not breaking it up, but kind of getting into it a little bit. And then center the right knee, shift your hips to the right gently. Right arm extends open as you twist across. Turn your head to the right. And slowly start to circle your right arm all the way around. Nice slow loops here. Tracking your hand with your eyes. And allowing the head to move as well. Holding still when you get to the right. Turn the head so that it's looking at the hand. And then keep the face still, but move the eyes to the back right corner of your squeeze. Oops. What's happening there? And then look to the front left corner of your room. Sorry, front right, wait, down right corner of the room. Front right corner and back right corner. And you're just switching your eye gaze without moving the face. And then close your eyes. That might make you feel a little bit weird. Just let them rest for a moment. Let it all integrate. It is quite a bit for the nervous system. It is doing a lot of things, as well as working the eye muscles. Be patient. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, exhale. And then reach to your right arm, roll onto your back. Give yourself a hug, hugging the knees into the body. Keeping the knees together, circle the knees. And go the other way. And then interlace your hands around your right shin. Wait, left shin, left shin, right leg goes straight up and start to flex and point your right foot. Hold the flexion, give it a nice stretch, foot facing up toward the ceiling and circle the leg. I was thinking just now as we were circling the knees was looking at a picture of and then go the other way, of the spine and the different areas that are innervated, that are correlated with each vertebra. I was thinking about my client who has a herniated disc at L5, L4, L5, and how that area correlates to the large intestine and how she has constipation. So it's just interesting. So when I was just now massaging the low back area, I was thinking of that. And then hold the leg still and slowly lower it toward the floor. These areas of tension in the back, how they relate to the organs and to maybe seemingly unrelated symptoms. Draw the left knee in and circle that left knee. And go the other way. Or how you could approach symptoms, perhaps through visceral manipulation of the spine, or this kind of somatic observation of the spine, breath work, yoga. And the bladder is the sacral, so the sacrum. Open the knee to the left. And with your right hand, smooth down any areas that are calling for it. Or perhaps that massage in the tummy that we did, sorry, on the other side. And you're starting, if you're doing that one, you're starting on the right and kind of zooming your fingers across the navel and then dragging, clawing them back. And when we do this, we're moving the lymphatics and we're working the high-low a little bit, pressure system of the lymph. Then bring the knee into the middle, shift your hips to the left, reach your left arm open as you twist, spinal twist. Really point those right toes and get long from the toes to the head. Look out over the left shoulder, resting both shoulders on the floor. Deep breath. Relax even more. And start to circle that left arm while turning the head to follow the hand. So the eyes are following, but the head is moving for this one. So it's also, you're getting those acupoints underneath the head, of which there are many. And stretching, awakening the neck muscles. Eventually the left arm will come out to the side in line with your shoulder again. Look at the hand. And then look to the back left corner of your room. And then the front left corner of your room. And keep switching perspective, looking back and looking forward, keeping your face still, so only the eyes move. Try to remember breathing. Sometimes we start holding our breath. I hope you have a nice comfy bolster, whether it be a block or a sweet doggy or a cat. I don't know if a cat will let you bolster. He might. It depends on the cat. And then close your eyes, let that all integrate. Breathe deeply. Very nice, slow exhale. Reaching through the left arm, roll to your back, hug your knees. Let the fingers interlace if you can, and the knees slide into the creases of your elbows. And a gentle side to side, very, very subtle. You're just going side body, or like side flank, left of the spine, right of the spine. So I'd say maybe a foot, half a foot on either side. And if you want to get very tricky, as the knees go to the right, you could turn your head left and the knees to the left and the head to the right. Getting a little bit of that brain interested in what we're doing. Giving it a tiny little challenge. But not just that, we're getting those rotational muscles engaged, that spiral. Which is so important for power. Come to a stop. Speaking of power, bring your hands behind your head. So just move that lacing behind the head and start that diagonal bicycle of elbow to opposite knee, crossing into the midline. Pulling the belly toward the spine with every exhale. So every time you come to a knee, pull the belly down. Find rhythm here. And try to let the head be held in the hands rather than tension in the neck. The neck be as soft as possible. We'll do 10 more on each side. 6, 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Hold. Next side, elbow to knee, hold it. Just push them into one another, hold for 3, and a 2, and a 1, and switch and hold. Push knee to elbow, elbow to knee for 3, and 2, and 1. Both knees into the center, elbows into the knees, push them together. If that's too intense, don't push them together. Just imagine that you were or are for 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Roll to your side. Snuggle your animal. There is one there. Or just snuggle yourself. And breathe into your back. And in this shape, we can really stretch our back, get into the back of the diaphragm, and make space in the back ribs. So most of us people tend to flare our ribs out and get like the belly kind of spreads, and then we lose access to being able to breathe into the back. So here we're doing contrary action. We're really knitting our ribs down, rounding, exaggerating the shape, and we're able to spread out in those back ribs and getting air into more of the lung. And if we think about that concept of the spine, right, we're able to get more circulation in here, and that different parts of the spine innervate different organs. So this part of the spine in many people is compressed, and here we're giving it a chance to elongate in a soft, gentle way without like a deep forward bend. And then push down to rise up. We'll come on to our knees. Toes can be together. You can do this with a block between your legs or between your feet, or pad the knees, or not go very deep. But this is really for butt and abs. So we're going to lower the bum and lift. So lower to the heels, kneel and squeeze the tush and tummy. So lower and squeeze. We'll just do 5 and 4. And it's a really good way to squeeze that butt. And 3 and a 2 and a 1. You can do this for 5 more, or raise the arms up overhead and lower. 4 and 3 and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and reach up. Right hand comes down, left arm over the ear, bend to the right and up, and bend to the left, left hand down, right arm up over. Good, and up, look up. And hands come to the ground, come onto all fours. And take your time, work at your own pace, starting to move through a cat-cow, tuck your toes under for a little extra awareness. I think it just makes us, I don't know, they both have advantages, but big toe connects to the glutes, it also connects to the brain and wakes us up. Inhale as you arch the back. Look as far up as you can, as though you're trying to look behind you. And exhale as you round, opening that back up, like I described, the fetal position. Inhale, looking up. Stretch the front of the body here. And exhale. Staying with this movement or adding a circle to it, starting to move the hips around. And if this is doable, you can add, it might be confusing, but you can add the cat-cow into the circle. Or I should say spinal articulation of some sort. And if you are circling, start to go the other way. And see if you can add some of that spinal articulation. It will involve bending the elbows, maybe not. It really can feel quite delicious and sneaky. Snaky is the word. You can do it small. And push back into a child's pose. Let the hips sink back, let the head drop. Take a breath in. Again, breathe in. And walking your hands over to the right side of the mat, past the mat. So you have a nice C shape in your body here. You stack your left hand on top of the webbing of your right, left fingers on top of the webbing of the right hand, and pull. And you get I at least get a lot of sensation in my lats. Like a lot. At least from this side, because it's where arms are. And then let that go. Walk over to the left side of past your mat. Stack the right hand, lace the fingers into the webbing of the left hand. Drop the head down and pull back on it like a bow, an arrow. And let the hips go back. See if you can get that sensation happening in the right side. Yummy. And then back to the middle. And you may notice, you may not, that it may just feel better in the center. I know that there's mental ease when things are corrected in the body. Because the brain can take that, whatever it was, off its checklist. And come forward onto all fours. And I get a little bit of a dog on my mat situation, but figure out your mat situation and come into down dog. Speaking of dogs, then when you press the opposite heel down, stretch the calf. And switch. This is another area we don't get enough blood flow into our ankles. And the Achilles tendon, as we know, gets super vulnerable, switch sides. So sending blood, getting some circulation through the calf. Very, very good. We hope it goes down into the foot. And switch. And walk it forward to where your hands are, unless there's an animal there. Inhale, lengthen forward to a flat back. Exhale, fold, dropping your head. Lean in. Inhale, rise, circle the arms up, reaching tall, hips forward, head goes back, and hands end up at your heart center. Just move, like lengthen your feet out, spread the soles of the feet, let them feel the texture of the mat. And without actually moving your feet, moving where you're standing, just crunch a couple times, squeezing the mat up with your toes. And then if you can, lighten the heel, lifting the heel, maybe open your eyes, lift the heels up and keep squeezing your toes, scrunching up the mat with your toes without the heels on the floor. Take a little break from that. And one more time, squish up the mat. Yeah, I actually thought I just saw Sharon doing this. If you have a ball nearby, you could put the ball between your heels, inner heels, squish the mat with your toes, and then lift them all up. And that'll tone your bottom butt and start to really strengthen the feet. So I'm squishing the mat up, squeezing a ball, and raising my heels, keeping them raised. I mean, trying to. And I'm feeling all these little muscles that apparently I don't use often. Oh my gosh. And if you want, if that's just getting too hard, you can just squeeze that ball. Let's do that. Squeeze the ball and lift 10 times lower and lift. And you can do that with or without adding the extra toe scrunching. 7, 6. Can you feel this on your bottom tushy? I really can. 4, and a 3, and a 2s. Hold on one, hold up. Squeeze that bottom butt. Squeeze that, or whatever butt you got. And then lower it. Oh, shake it out. Separate your feet. And mine are pretty wide. And I'm just going to circle the hips around here. Low center of gravity. So you can have a sense of that heaviness in the center. Kind of like a wet diaper feeling. Go the other way. Like your hips have a weight to them. And then pull up the pelvic floor, feel that lift. Now that translates all the way up to the head. We're just going to go side to side, knees bend. One right knee bends, left leg straight, kind of zombie-like. Side to side action. And you can spring off the straight leg and point that toe. I'm it's kind of skippity. I'm kind of doing something with my hands in the middle. I'm leaning. There's a rhythm to it. And as I push off that foot, I'm pulling the belly in. And we'll do 5 more. 4, 3, 2. And we're just going to take this into a bit of a curtsy. So the right knee bends, left leg steps behind, touch the ground, come up, right leg steps behind, other hand touches the ground, up, and keep going. My foot that stays forward, that's the hand that's touching. So the opposite hand from the one that's crossing back, foot that's crossing back. And 5, and you can skip this if you like, hop again into more of a hop. And 3, and 2, and 1. And feet together. Feel all that goody goodness of squeezing that adduction that's just naturally occurring after we've woken up those muscles. Palms are forward. Inhale, breathe up and back. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, looking up. Step right into plank. Let's keep this moving. Lower halfway. Inhale to up dog. Modify as needed. Exhale back, down dog. Feet a little bit apart. Zip up that pelvic floor. Ujjayi breath, spreading shoulders, relaxing neck muscles. Inhale. Exhale and walk your feet forward up to your hands. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, push down, root to rise up. Hips forward, head back. Hands come to the heart. Release the hands down. Inhale, breathe the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, step back, right foot, left foot, plank. Modify as you need to, low push-up. Inhale, glide through, open your chest, smile up. Exhale, back, downward facing. Good job. Try to widen your shoulders so your neck can just be free. Good, Sharon. And you can feel that engagement in your side body. Tuck the tummy up and in and shift your hips back, getting that gorgeous stretch through the legs. Your muscles all look good and strong. So that flared rib thing that I was describing, see if that's happening here. It really shows up in this pose. So you can knit those ribs in and see if you can kind of amend that a bit. And you'll be surprised how much more abdominal engagement you get. After your next exhale, walk forward to your hands. With soft knees, pull the heart through your arms and stretch your booty back. Exhale, fold, tummy tucks in, head chin to chest. Inhale, root to rise up, circle the arms, hips forward, head back. And hands, gorgeous. And hands come to the heart, very nice. Release the hands down, arms up, inhale. Big breath, open the lungs. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, lift up and step left foot, right foot back, plank. Low push-up. Upward facing, glorious, beautiful you. Exhale, downward. You. Tune into that breath, get it humming. Close those ribs, knitting them together so you have that power pack in the center. You get the breath to spread out into the other areas rather than leaking it. Inhale, raise your heels, bend the knees, exhale, jump or walk to the hands. Inhale, look forward, ooh, stretch it. Exhale, fold, make sure your tummy is firm. Inhale to rise, circle up. Hips forward, head on back, stretch that body, beautiful. Hands come to the heart. Close the eyes, tune in for a moment, just feel your heartbeat. We kept it moving a little bit. Feel that exhilaration of life force moving. The blood quality in Chinese medicine is believed to be joy, right? The natural state of our blood's mood is joy. Sadness can get on top of that and kind of weigh it down. And I think sun salutations are a great way to just burn off whatever that resistance is. Sometimes it's not enough, but sometimes it is. Bend the knees, sink the hips low, reach the arms high, adding a little power. Gorgeous, 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 lovely. Keep it weighted, somewhat back, but go ahead. Don't be afraid. I say scrunch the toes today just a little bit so you can get those glutes holding your seat up a bit. Fold forward and let it go. Hello, Mr. Midnight. Inhale, lift your chest and step back, plank. I believe it's the right foot, low push-up, or your variation. Inhale, cruise on through, take a gorgeous chest opener. Exhale, back, downward dog. Send that right leg up in the air, bend the knee, open up the hip. Flex that top foot and see if you can contract muscles on the back of the leg. Just from this shape, not doing anything special, just awareness, squeezing the hamstrings. And then square your hips, draw your knee forward toward your chest. Place your right foot at your right thumb, crescent lunge, inhale, rise. Bring your hands to your hip bones and raise them up. So right away, that puts us into like a hip flexor situation on that left leg, okay, at least me. And then go ahead and dip that back knee down a little bit. Don't hurt the knee. Dip it down and raise it up. Now, if you can dip all the way to the floor, awesome. But if that stresses you out, just dip as far as you can. I have my hands at my hips, keeping it groovy. 4 more, 3 more, choose, and 1. We're gonna lower that knee, so pat it up as needed. And if you have blocks at the front of your mat, or blocks anywhere, put them at the front of the mat and lean toward that front foot. Let the knee come forward of the toes, pick up the heel so you're like a pony. You're in that pony kitten heel, and stretch that left groin, both groins actually. Squeeze the hips in just to align the legs a little bit. That right knee is going to want to splay. If you can, keep it midline. If you want a little extra stretch, you can lower that right heel toward the floor and lift it. Again, be mindful of the Achilles. This might be intense. 4, 3, but it's good strength. 2, and 1. Now, only if it's safe, of course, bring your hands to the front thigh and maybe up overhead. Release the fingers, get that deep lunge going on. I get a Lola under me, so just being careful of that. Also, it's helpful. And then hands come down. Feet step, lean toward the back knee a little bit, tuck the back toes, lift that back knee, and then step back, plank. And that right side might just feel so weird, so give it a second. Let's lower the knees, push back, child's pose, just to let the leg integrate into the body. And downward dog. Left leg up, bend the knee. And as you open that hip and flex your foot, can you kind of mentally activate the back of the leg? Can you bring it into your mental awareness and let that activate the physical reality? Square the hips and step your left foot forward to crescent lunge, stepping over a dog, which is why it looked weird. Arms come up for a moment, and then hold your hip bones. And if you're like me, they're kind of tipped anteriorly. I'm going to try to lift them straight up and down. And then I do want a bit of width here, so I have some good balance. I'm going to dip that knee toward or to the floor and back up the back knee. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we'll let that knee come all the way down. I got my block here. I'm going to lean forward with my hips, bringing the knee over the toes, lift that left heel. If that's too aggressive, of course, don't. Lower and lift it if you want more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and let those hips sink. Maybe bring the hands up to the thigh. Maybe interlace the fingers, reach the arms up overhead. Lean back. Really nice. Hands come down, back toes under. I'm leaning back toward that knee a bit. Let's see if we can go right into plank, if it's okay. Hold here. Just feel the body getting strong, those muscles turning on. Take your vinyasa, low push-up, up dog, down dog, or whatever variety you're taking, variation, and take it back. Or child's pose, whichever is suiting you right this moment. Pelvic floor muscles up, belly muscles in and up, throat just a bit of a windpipe here. Breathing, shoulders wide. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, travel to your hands. Inhale, nice big stretch here. Good. Exhale, fold, drop the head, tummy in. Very good. Nice. We're waking up, bend the knees, raise those arms up. Inhale. Chair pose, sit it low, get the booty going. Get that booty flowing. Raise the heels 4, 5, lower and lift. 4. Very nice. 3, oh yeah. And 2s and 1s. Hold up there, squeeze those heels together. Hold up. Lower the heels slow. Very nice. Fold forward. All right, you guys went inhale, look up. Step back, left foot, right foot. Move through. High to low. Into flow. Open the chest, roll the shoulders back. Feel the glow. Exhale, back, downward dog. Right leg up and back. Squeeze those hamstringies. Flex that upper foot. Good. Square the hips. Step the right foot forward. Inhale to rise. Crescent. Arms up. Just straight on up. Gorgeous. Exhale, hands to the ground. Flow low. Chaturanga, or however you want to do it. Inhale, sliding through. Open the chest. Smile the collarbones. Make sure you're getting air in there. Exhale, take it back. Down dog. Resting as needed. Left leg high. Bend your knee. Open up the hip. Good. Square the hips. Step the left foot forward. Rise up, crescent. Lola is demoing the rest variation. Big lie on your mat and just rest option. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to the ground. Low push up. Inhale, slide forward. Smile your chest to the sky. Hello, sunshine. Exhale, back down, dog. Checking in, tuning in, letting the breath wash away the thoughts. Bringing your awareness to the vastness of the breath. It mimics nature for us here. It gives us that wind tunnel or oceanic sound and helps put us in a place more connected to nature. Just through our own music. Inhale, raise your heels, bend your knees, exhale, travel forward. Inhale, look up, stretch and fold, exhale. Nice, bend the knees, chair. Feel your delicious muscles holding you strong. Gorgeous, very good. Fold forward and release. Inhale, look up, jump it back or step it back, low push up. Take care of the back if needed. Inhale, gliding through. And exhale back. This time, bring your left leg up. Draw your knee to your nose and step your left foot forward. Rise up. Bring your hands to your hips. Jog your right foot a little bit closer to your left. So not a lot, but just a little. Reach your left arm up by your left ear. Hitchhike your right hand back so the thumb is facing the ceiling and take the inner edge of your right foot. So lift your foot up for Nacha Rajasana. Reaching your left arm forward, Reach forward as you kick that leg back behind you. Now, see if you can feel your glute and your hamstrings here kicking back. See if you can reach your left arm higher so there's more of a cow pose in your spine. Kick your leg up. Good. Release the foot. Carefully step back, crescent. Inhale the arms to the sky. Good. Hands come down to the ground. Step back plank. Chaturanga or whatever. Move through, open your chest. Throw that chest open. Exhale, back down dog. Right leg up. And draw the knee to your nose. Step your right foot forward. Rise up, crescent. Hands come to the hips, step in a bit. Right arm right up against the ear, straight up and down. And then left thumb faces the ceiling. Take the inside edge of your back foot, lift it up. Inhale, get tall as you turn forward, both your hips. And then reach right arm forward, kick left leg back. Turn on those glutes, those kicking muscles. Kick that mule. At the same time, nice deep back bend here in your spine. For 4, can you lift that right arm a little higher? You're doing great. 3 and 2. And step back with your left foot. Reach up with your arms. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down. Step back plank. Move through at your own pace. End up in a down dog or child's pose. Nice. So I'll come down for a child's pose. Toes together. We're going to go back to that kneeling ab glute exercise. So coming up, squeezing glute and tummy. Option of the arms overhead or leave them down. Lower and lift. 5, 4, 3. Really squeeze that butt and tummy. 2. And up. Bring the hands down. Tuck your toes. Walk your hands toward your knees. We're going to roll into a kneeling position and then a forward fold. We're at the back of the mat. Knees are soft so they catch your tummy. Your tummy can just rest on those knees. Head moves around a little bit, relax. All the spinal muscles. Get a very gentle stretch here. With the tummy pulled in, we'll roll slowly upward, unrolling, rolling, unrolling. At the top, shrug your shoulders all the way to the ears, back and down. Very nice. Just scooch so that you're right up on the back of the mat, like your heels are on the mat. Bring your left knee up and take whatever variation of tree pose is manageable here with the left leg against the right. Hands at the heart. Now, can our strong glute muscles, or at least awakened glute muscles, help us hold balance in tree? Tummy in. We've really worked the muscles that hold this shape steady. So maybe you feel a little steadier, or maybe more tired, you can say. Now turn your left knee forward and take a step onto the left foot. Reach forward, left arm up by the ear, right thumb to the sky. Take the inside edge of the right foot for Natarajasana the second time. Reach that left arm forward, right leg high, and really reach it. Clean shot with that left hand. You're like sending an arrow forward, a message for 3, 2, kick it. And we're going to transition into tree. So this back foot doesn't touch the ground. It just goes somewhere against that left leg. And the palms come together. And sandwich right into the pose. It's like an Oreo, like the outer cookie. The glute meats or the mince, those glutes for the outer cookie. Push the thigh into the foot and the foot into the thigh. And the more you get that cookie kind of smushed, you can lift your spine nice and tall. And then rotate the right knee forward. Take a nice step onto the foot so you feel really strong. Right arm up by your ear. Hitchhike the left hand and take the inner foot. Square yourself off and kick back. Aim true with that right hand. Kick with that back leg. You're a dynamic balancer for 4. Send that message. 3, 2, and left foot to the floor. Windmill the arms until they feel great. Back swim, back swim, back swim. Palms open when you're ready. Speaking of water, imagine an infinity made out of water, just sprouting from your heart, and you can infinity wave anyone you want or anything you want. So if there's like a part or a agent or something you want to book or get or do, lasso, or send, you want to send love and God to anyone. You can use this wave from your heart and link it, send it to whomever, whatever. I'm going to send it to my dad, right? And you can send it to your dad in heaven too. Doesn't have to be here. Can be anywhere, anytime. And then call that wave back in. But in general, this is something you can always do. But when you're practicing, you want all your stuff in you when we're moving. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, look up and step or jump back. Low push-up. We're going to do some push-ups. You can skip them if it's too much today. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back, down dog. So you could stay in down dog or come to child's pose. Or if you want to take some push-ups, come forward to plank. And low push-up. And high push-up. And low push-up. And high push-up. And low push-up. And high push-up. And all the way to the mat on your tummy. Good. Lie down flat. On your tummy. Bend the knees and windshield wipe your legs right and left. And then make a little pillow for your hands and let your head rest on the pillow. Legs rest. Breathe into your lower back. Taking advantage of all the prana, all the circulation that you've generated so far, and using it as medicine for your whole body. So the toxins are carried out through the blood. In many cases into the liver, sometimes the kidneys, lungs, to be breathed out, peed out, or pooped out, or sweated out. Bend the knees, reach back for your heels. Now, or ankles is really what I mean. Now, let's say that's not good for you. Don't do it. Don't hold on. Just get that nice tone in the back of the legs. So you can reach back and hold, or reach back and do and hold. Inhale. And as you exhale, come on up. So if you're not holding, you'll just lift a little bit and lift a little lower if you're not holding. If you're holding, just lift and hold and maybe rock on that tummy. Make sure you're lengthening your tailbone so you're not compressing your low back here. 4, 3. And I took magnesium, so I'm really feeling this. And 2. It's not really so good. And 1. And I'm holding my feet, so it's not too hard to roll to my side, which I'm going to do. So I'm coming into a side bow. If you're not holding your feet, let's see how that feels. Also not so hard. Harder, though. There's like a flopping moment. And then head goes back toward the feet. Can hold, or again, not hold. Face of my tummy culture. And then tummy. And then the other side. Oh, this is really good right now. Just want to say, if you have a chest cold, chest openers feel good. It's like one part of the lung might be blocked, so it feels really good to open them up. Come, come back to the center, lift up, if that's possible. And then please let go. Rest your head, opposite hand on toe, and windshield wipe, side to side. Because I'm face to face with Lola's tattoo, I'm not making a judgment per se, but at all, but they do say that I think Karen told me what it is in the tattoos. I forget what the chemical is, but it's bad. It can cause lymph problems, and Lola did have lymphatic, giant lymphatic tumor right where her tattoo is. So there's that, but I think if you take nanokinase, it'll really help you. And it will help you for a bunch of reasons. So I think I'm just gonna suggest nanokinase if you have tattoos, or if you did vaccines, to break up any clotting or clog that could happen. And then push back in the lymph and push back to child's pose. Of course, just putting it out there, check with your doctor or any of the contraindications, but check it out, nanokinase. And serapeptase too, you can get them together. But of course, check it out, make sure it's safe for you. And then crawl yourself forward and bring your block with you as you come on your back. I want you to have the option of a block. So we're gonna come right up onto it. So if you have your block, put it under your sacrum. You can always use a book or put your legs up the wall. So I like a high height here, but today you can hear I'm not feeling all that great. So I'm going with a medium, or maybe medium height. So it's not as extreme. But as I mentioned, my chest is pretty clogged up. So I am gonna dare to go higher so that I can get a deeper back bend, which will, when your back is bending, your chest is opening. So I'm not at a good angle for the camera, but my chest was able to really open here. And now I can breathe into my lungs, which is great. And get the benefit of this inversion, which is helping my heart pump fresh blood into my body. Or through the body, I should say. Been getting this stuff moving around. Think about like a pump in a pond. You gotta clear that thing out a lot of the time. When you own a fountain, you really appreciate the heart. You're like, wow, pumps break all the time. They are not. Like, man is not figured out how to make a good pump. So you don't want it sludgy. Also really good for depression. And I'm just thinking about one of the reasons might have to do with how it stimulates the dopamine and serotonin made in the microbiome in the gut. And it's able to circulate in this position perhaps more readily. I don't know. I mean, I know there are a lot of reasons, but that was one I hadn't thought of before. That seems really obvious at this moment. Then we're gonna bend the knees and lower the feet. And just the whole bridge pose here, the feet on the floor. Now, if you're like, I want to continue that bum shaping stuff, go ahead, remove the block and just hold the bridge using your beautiful, getting strong bum muscles. And as I get older, I really appreciate the butt. Like as my butt gets flatter, I did not appreciate how much the butt does and how much it pads you, just how protective and how awesome it is. Aside from being an adorable, like attractive thing, it's just practically speaking, super useful for walk, just everything. So you want to keep that bum super strong if you can, strong, so key. And it just holds everything together. Lower the bum down. And then bring the soles of your feet together, knees open, hand on your belly, hand on your heart. Take a nice, generous, loving breath in. And exhale, big sigh. Do 2 more of those. Big breath in, maybe another breath right at the top of that. And then a long exhale. Take your time. I think it's so radical that we make our own medicine. Like the energy at the beginning of class usually is stagnant and just like pond scum. And then we move it around and it becomes medicine. Everything gets moving and circulating. And we become our own amazing rechargeable battery. We plug ourselves in, get all those mitochondria within the cell just partying like Bostonians. Last night when the Celtics won. That's how happy we won our mitochondria. Happy Bostonians after Celtics. Look out. And then stretch your legs out slowly, carefully. I'm going super wide because I'm trying to not crush my doggy. Gotta adapt. I'm actually gonna turn. She's too long for me. And then roll your legs in and out so they feel really loose and comfy. Hold your head in your hands and turn your head right and left, but using your hands and not your neck. Center your head and lovingly, carefully place that big circle thing down, that incredible computer that is priceless, irreplaceable. And then slide your shoulder blades down your back, pull your arms in and out, so you can comfortably rest your arms and legs and head. And once again, just one time, we're going to take a big breath. And as we exhale, we're just going to slide into Shavasana. Letting go. Take a deep breath here. And exhale. Take a deep breath in. And the next time you exhale, reach your arms behind you and your legs out in front of you. And stretch it. Feel the elasticity and power and expansiveness, and imagine sending your energy in all directions in beautiful ribbons of color for miles and miles and miles. Sending love and light, and maybe out of the heart again, that infinity wave. And then ball it all up for you as you roll to your right side, curl into a little package of yourself, little embryo full of all that goodness, all that light, all that beautiful DNA and RNA cuddled in, making it easier for the blueprint repair system to do its thorough check, making sure all the genetics are working properly, that our epigenetic system is able to read the code properly, read the recipe, no sticky pages. And then push down through the left hand as you rise to sit. Finding equilibrium. Never take it for granted. If your world is still when you sit up, you are very blessed. Balance on your sits bones, sit tall through your spine. And just this, I mean, gosh, I think I mentioned this last week, but being around my family, seeing so many people hunched over, I can never take uprightness for granted. So important that we stay upright and strong. Raise your arms up, prayer your palms, and bring them to the heart. It's such a incredible freedom just to be free in your body. We are very blessed. And singing the song from your heart, and maybe singing it for others who can't. One of them together, inhale. Oh. Bring that heart song to the mind. Press your thumbs into your forehead. Go forward, honoring everyone, especially yourself, and all that you bring. Thank you for being here. Thank you so, so much. I'll see you guys next week. I love you, heart and soul. All right, you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.